quiet, please. Oh my God, shh, shh. Film's about to start.
Hello world, welcome to Drew's Reviews, and today's film we'll be discussing 28 Years Later. Directed by Danny Boyle, this film revisits a world scarred by a deadly virus nearly 3 decades after the outbreak, when a boy and his family ventures beyond the safety of their remote refuge in search of help. I'm not a huge fan of the franchise. I like the first film, 28 Days Later, and that's more from technical reasons. Danny Boyle has such a weird, stylized way of directing films, and I'm a fan of that, and that's what makes me appreciate 28 Days Later. But it's not the best zombie movie that I've seen. I've seen plenty of zombie movies that have way better story. The second one was okay as well, so when I heard that Danny Boyle was coming back to do the third entry with 28 Years Later, I was a little excited. And then when I heard that Alex Garland was going to be producing it and helping him out, I got really excited because Alex Garland did such a great job with Warfare and Civil War. Seeing him come and produce this one, the outcome was incredible. I thought the shots that they made and the risks that they took with the editing and the camera work, it really worked for me. I loved it. I went to see this in Dolby. Just from the technical standpoint, it's a really beautiful film, and the sound editing done well. Danny Boyle has such a unique, stylized way that he likes to make his films. I'm 100% down with it. Not a lot of directors would take the chance to stylize different shots, especially the kill shots in this film. I thought was so different and unique to itself. I thought it was wonderful. Now, there are some issues I had with the script.
Come on, man.
There's some things that could have been done differently in a better way of explaining the story to where it didn't sacrifice the time or the plot. This movie is 2 hours almost, and I felt that especially toward the middle, it took a little bit more time than it needed to for the plot to get going. Just took a lot of explaining to get there. We probably could have gone without a lot of that and maybe just tightened that first act up a bit, and for me, the story would have flowed a lot better.
Really makes you think.
Although I like the ending of this film, I just felt leaving it on the cliffhanger that they did was not the best. There's a setup toward the beginning. It really has nothing to do with the main story overall, and then it comes back towards the end. It just felt unnecessary. You can tell they're in the headspace of, we want to set up another sequel, but to me that could have been done in a better way of just having that as an end credit scene. It could have ended at a certain point, but it just kept going toward the end. Besides that, I had a really good time with this movie. I'll say I liked it better than the original two.
That is not correct.
Especially after thinking about it a little bit more and just how much I enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah. I know some of these words.
The main story itself was excellent. I love stories where the character is given a goal that they need to meet and you're just following them on this journey to get there. And even though they had some hiccups here and there, I still really enjoyed the family dynamic. And this really is a coming of age story. The young male protagonist, it's his arc. We're following him. The growth that he has from the first act to the third act was done so well. I enjoyed all of that. And of course, the zombies were awesome. And they do call them zombies in this entry, even though they've been referred to as infected, tomato, tomato, whichever one you want to go with. But they did a great job in this one, and evolving the zombies the way that they do was wonderful. Danny Boyle did such a great job at making all the scenes with the infected intense, and you're on the edge of your seat because because of how much you care about these characters in these situations, you're just locked in, hoping that everything goes well. And, you know, it's very intense. And I love when films get that type of reaction out of me, where you just can't help but feel the anxiety bubbling up and you just don't know what's going to happen next. It's hard for a lot of movies to make me feel like that. I enjoyed it from that standpoint, and a lot of credit goes to the actors. The cast was so great. Aaron Taylor Johnson, of course, awesome actor, even though he was in that movie Craven.
Leave me alone!
We're not gonna go into that, but when he's in a really good movie like this and he's allowed to show his acting chops, always great to see him on screen, always great to see him perform. And then Jodie Comer was so good. This was a little bit of a different role for her that I've usually seen her in. She was so great, and she's very integral to the story, which I really didn't get that sense from the trailer, but she completely owns every scene that she's in. And then Ray Fiennes, incredible. Love that he was in this movie. He was so great. He just knows how to become whatever character you give him. He does such a great job at that, and he just knows how to play that line where you're not sure which side he's tilting towards, which just makes the scenes even more intense with the uncertainty that you have. And any actor that can do that will always be entertaining to me. I enjoyed every scene that he was in. And then Alfie Williams, his performance was awesome. He did such a great job at just being this innocent kid, and he's born after the infected have been here for years, so he doesn't know anything about what's been. He just knows what is, and he did such a wonderful job at that, just playing this boy who wants to prove himself to the community and to his father, and then watching him progress to what he becomes towards the end of the film. And for a young and up and coming actor, no notes, he was incredible. So all in all, I enjoyed this film with Alex Garland producing, Danny Boyle directing. The acting, all of it together made this really well done film, and I believe it's a worthy sequel to this franchise, and I can't wait to see what they do next with it. With all that being said, I'm going to give 28 Years Later an 8 out of 10. I enjoyed this film a lot, more than I thought I would actually, and it was just some story beats that they could have done better. Overall, still enjoyed the film. I'll 100% recommend it to anybody who likes films like this, or if you've seen the first 2 entries, go check it out, and hopefully you'll enjoy it as much as me or more than me. Whichever way it goes, hopefully you'll have a good time like I did.
I'm not listening to you. You're crazy.
Thank you for tuning in to my review of 28 Years Later. Please like, subscribe, and let me know down in the comments what's your favorite movie from the 28 franchise, or even better, what's your favorite zombie film. I would love to hear your thoughts. And in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.